I really need to get a tripod. Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I am here with my, what month am I doing? August wrap up and September TBR, even though it's already like, you know, almost the end of September. Actually, when you're watching this, I think it's gonna be the last week of September. That's my life. So, as y'all can probably tell, I'm not where I normally sit. In fact, I am at my desk. That back there is my roommate's desk. That is my roommate's bed. That's her little thing. Yeah, we get along pretty well. So I'm doing this video, but I am planning on doing like a college video because some of y'all wanted to like know about college. So what you can do is comment on this video and let me know what you want to know. Like, what are some questions you have? If you want to know about move-in day, books that I've brought, what I'm doing, where I am, I'm down to answer that stuff. So just ask whatever you want to ask down below. You can ask multiple things. I don't care. And I will make a video about college. I'm using my hands a lot. It's weird because I'm like at my desk, I'm like hunched over. Very witchy right now. So, the books. What we're here for. So the first book I read in August was Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I read this because I really went to go see the movie because it has Leslie Odom Jr. in it and I love him from Hamilton and I want to read the book before I see the movie. So I got the book from the library, I read it, I loved it. It was actually my first Agatha Christie book, which is weird considering how obsessed I was with like mystery books when I was younger, but I kind of got out of them. Now I'm kind of getting back into them. I think I'm gonna try and like binge read Agatha Christie books because that was phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. Cannot wait for the movie. So pumped. Next book I actually read while I was on that road trip, which you've probably seen the vlog for because I'm supposed to be posting it before this. We'll see if I do that. That is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, this is a book that has been on my radar for a really, really long time, and it's always been a book that like, yeah, I could see myself wanting to read that, but I never picked it up because it was like never high on my TBR list. It was just on my TBR list. Well, I got it on my Kindle from the library for my road trip, and I read it, and it was so good. Like, I'm so mad at myself for waiting so long to read the series because it was fantastic. Probably know what it's about, but basically it's about Blue, and she is not psychic herself, but she lives with a family of psychics, and it's about her and three boys who are trying to find this buried Welsh king. That's all you really need to know about it. Also, it's a great fall read because it's very, you know, Halloween fall-esque without being creepy. It's such a good book. It's such a good book. I can't believe I waited so long to read it. Next book I read was Let's Get Lost by Odyssey. This book is about a girl who is just kind of like going on this road trip, and so it's told from the point of view of, I believe, 4 different people that she encounters while she's on this like epic road adventure, and the last one's from her point of view. It was really good. It wasn't like, you know, an amazing book, but I did really like seeing this one person go through all these different places and then her interactions with the different people. And it was also nice because, you know, I was on a road trip while I was reading this book. So, very fitting. Solid read, would recommend. Next book was The Revised Fundamentals of Caregiving by Jonathan Epstein, and this book was okay. It's about a guy who has a disability. I don't remember the name for it, but basically like he doesn't have complete use of all of his limbs. And it's about his caregiver who has never really been a caregiver before, and he kind of comes with his own baggage. And like, it was a good story, but I didn't care for it much. Which I always feel bad saying that when a book concerns a disability. Just know that I don't dislike it because one of the characters has a disability. That's not why I didn't like it. I just didn't like connect with the story. I know there is a movie for this, and I believe Selena Gomez is in it. Don't know if I'll be watching it because again, didn't care for the book, but there is a movie for this. Next book I read was Today Will Be Different by Maria Semple. I believe this is a work of non-fiction. It's kind of like a memoir of her life and like her battle with depression, but like a specific time in her life when she like thought her husband was cheating on her, all these things were happening, so it's a very specific point in her life. And this is another one that it was like, I didn't care for it. I didn't connect with it. I like it when I can connect with the book. I like it when I can connect with the characters. And these two books, I didn't connect with them. So they aren't, you know, they aren't up there. They aren't on the top of my list. I actually sped read this one because I just wanted to get it over with. So this one actually got a 2 out of 5 stars, which I very rarely give, but I've given quite a bit recently. The other 2 out of 5 stars is 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. This is another one that I didn't connect with the characters, so I didn't care for it much. I don't really know how to explain this book, except for that it's weird. This kid like believes he's like a character in his dad's story, and he meets this girl. He has this really crazy best friend. The girl moves away, they go on a road trip, accidents happen. It was kind of boring. And I didn't connect with the characters, so I didn't care for it. So it got 2 stars. So that's another one that was like mildly disappointing. The last book I have, however, was fantastic, and that is The Storied Life of A.J. Thickery by Gabrielle Zevin. This book is about a man who owns a bookshop. He's kind of set in his ways, you know, he does his thing, he picks the books that he likes, and then one day a baby is left in his bookshop. So he decides that instead of, you know, putting it in the foster care system, he'll just adopt it. And so it's about how that baby kind of like changes his life and changes his view and just changes the whole entire story. And what I really liked about this is, since it's set in the bookstop, instead of like chapter heads, it had book reviews. So like he'd have different books that he'd read, and it's literally his review to his daughter, and it was just great. And this is a book that actually, like, y'all know I'm not really an annotator for books, but this book, there are some quotes that I had to underline it here. So there is that. I really love this book. It's about a bookshop. I mean, what's not to love about a bookshop? There's also a lot of grief in this book, but overcoming of it. And it was such a good read, such a beautiful story. Highly recommend it, highly enjoyed it. Go read it. Alright, so September TBR. I have already read 2 books in September, currently on a 3rd, but it's already, you know, nearing the end, so I can already see my, you know, my read pile dwindling down. Not as big as it was in the summer, but that's okay. I will say though, my goal now, since I'm so close, I'm at like 88 books I think, is to read 100 books this year. So I have about 12 to go. So as long as I can read 12 more books over the course of the year, I'm happy. So I think I can do that. I think I can do that. So what I'm currently reading is The Dream Phase by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the 2nd book in the Raven Cycle series. Absolutely loving it. And for other TBR books, like literally I'm just kind of trying to go through the books that I brought with me to college and get them read. So like these, the books that I brought with me. Quick explanation of what I did is basically if I owned a book but hadn't read it yet, I brought it with me. Now that I didn't do all of that, I brought like 2/3 of them, so I brought a lot, but not all of them. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of like going through the books, and actually there's like a stack of them that y'all are sitting on right now because I don't have like a little tripod. So that is it for this video. I know this was a bit different than normal because it's my first time to like film in the dorm, and I feel like the walls are so thin, like I feel like people can hear me talking, and it's so weird to think about, and I don't like it, and that looks really weird, so I'm gonna stop doing that now. But yeah, so basically I'll get better at this. I'll get more used to the whole, you know, college thing. Maybe. So that's it for this video. Comment down below what you read this month. Also, don't forget to comment down below any college questions you have, like literally any, just like ask completely random ones. Like you could ask, what's my favorite college snack? You could ask, what clubs am I joining? How do I stay organized? Hint, I don't. Stuff like that. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all again in another one soon.